The 2026 NHL draft board just got blown wide open. Yesterday's massive trades have completely reshaped the top 10. Buffalo is now sitting at 4. San Jose has 2 picks in the top 10. And St. Louis is loaded with 4 first-round picks. Today we're doing another mock draft to see how this chaos changes everything. Let's get into the top 32 right now. So there we go. We got the NHL mock draft simulator from our good buddy, the Prospect On. We have all teams selected. We are, as I said, doing a top 32. Let's get right into it. Let's load this up. Obviously, I think the first overall pick has not changed. That is probably the only pick that is actually locked in. And actually, before we do that, let's do Stephen Ellis's rankings. And yeah, so we're obviously going to go Gavin McKenna number 1. I still don't think that has changed. So we're going to just go ahead and go Gavin McKenna at first overall. Now, obviously, with the move that San Jose made the other day, including, I should say, trading away William Eklund and gaining that 9th overall pick that we mentioned, I think it's pretty much a given. As much as it pains me to say, I think it's a given that they're going to go Ivar Stenberg with the 2nd overall pick. They can, of course, get their defenseman with the 9th overall pick. So we're going to just go ahead and go with Ivar Stenberg for the 2nd overall in this mock draft. Now, as you guys know, and for those of you that have been watching this channel, you guys know how much I love Caleb Malhotra and how much I have been beating that drum nonstop about, the Canucks should go with Caleb Malhotra. Now, of course, recently we heard that maybe the Canucks are not interested in Caleb Malhotra, and perhaps maybe even the Malhotra camp, as in Caleb, doesn't want to maybe, I don't know if this is the right word, but live in his dad's shadow. He doesn't want that pressure, about, playing for his dad. So perhaps Canucks do not go with Caleb Malhotra. And like I said, that really pains me, because I absolutely love Caleb Malhotra as a player. I think he's, incredible. I think he's going to be one heck of an NHL player. And I just hate the idea of passing up on him because of this whole Manny Caleb stuff. Like, I see past it. I don't see it as an issue. Perhaps it could maybe hurt his development, maybe. But at his floor, at worst, he's a second-line center. And guys like Caleb Malhotra, they don't grow on trees, at least in my opinion. How can you pass up on this guy? But for the sake of this mock draft, for the first time, because I've always gone Caleb at 3rd overall, or I think I may or may not have gone Stenberg at one point. But for the first time, I think it's a given now at this point that Canucks go Chase Reed at 3rd overall. And I've not been a big, go defenseman with the 3rd overall pick, but this is what I think is going to happen. It's going to be Chase Reed. And again, as much as it pains me, because I love Caleb Malhotra, and whoever ends up getting Caleb Malhotra is going to be super lucky. And maybe one day he will be a Canuck, down the line. But at the same time, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I'm going Chase Reed 3rd overall to the Vancouver Canucks. Which brings us to Buffalo at 4th overall. Now, we don't know if Buffalo is actually going to keep this pick or if they may flip it for, someone now, because Buffalo is a contending team. Whoever is 4th overall may not actually play this upcoming season. Who knows? They might. But I did hear Cam Robinson say that he believes Buffalo is going to target a center with the 4th overall pick, and that they could very much use it. So we just talked about Caleb Malhotra. I think it's between either Caleb Malhotra or Viggo Bjork here. I'm going to go with Malhotra just because I do believe he is the top center available. And again, it pains me, but I'm going Caleb Malhotra at 4th overall to Buffalo for this one, which brings us to 5th overall, the New York Rangers. I think last time I did a mock draft, I had them picking Viggo Bjork, I believe. I'm going to stick with that route and go Viggo Bjork. Where is he? So, yeah, I'm going to go Viggo Bjork. I think, although I've heard Rangers could use a guy like a Keaton Verhoff or a Carson Karls, or maybe even Albert Smith, but they might actually go defenseman here. So I'm actually going to go Keaton Verhoff with number 5. So do something a little different for this mock draft. Number 6, I do think it's between Carson Karls and Viggo Bjork. Obviously, Calgary also made a big trade the other day. They acquired Simon Nemec. So perhaps that might take a defenseman off the board for them. So for this one, I'm going to go Viggo Bjork at 6th to the Calgary Flames because I think they really like Bjork. So I'm going to go with that one. Number 7, Seattle Kraken. This one, I just don't see Carson Karls falling any further. So I'm going to go Carson Karls to Seattle. Of course, Seattle has not picked a defenseman in the draft. Perhaps this year will be, the one difference. But I just don't see Carson Karls dropping past 7th here. So I'm going to go Carson Karls to Seattle. Winnipeg, I know we talked in a recent video that the Canucks could maybe try and get the 8th overall pick from Winnipeg. I suggested trading, Elias Pettersson. But I'm going to go Albert Smith for this one at 8. So Albert Smith to the Winnipeg Jets at 8. He is, of course, one of the more NHL-ready players in this year's draft, which brings us to San Jose at 9. Now, we mentioned they're probably going to go defenseman with this one, and that is probably a big reason why they got that 9th overall pick, because they want to get a defenseman. I've heard a lot of people talk about Daxton Rudolph. Ryan Lynn, as you can see, is still on the board. Actually, let's take a look at just defensemen here. You have Xavier Villeneuve, Malte Gustafsson, but I do think they're going to push hard for Daxton Rudolph if Winnipeg does not take Daxton Rudolph. So if Daxton Rudolph is on the board at 9, I really do see San Jose going for it. So I'm going to go Daxton Rudolph to San Jose at number 9. Which brings us to number 10, Nashville. Let's go back to all. I do think this can be a bit of a toss-up between Belchitz and Tynan Lawrence. But for the sake of this one, I'm going to go Tynan Lawrence to Nashville at number 10. So he stays in the top 10, which brings us to the first of 4 St. Louis picks. I do think St. Louis is going to go defenseman here. They're going to go Ryan Lynn. I believe a lot of St. Louis Blues fans have said, Ryan Lynn. I think they've also said maybe Tynan Lawrence as well, but I'm going to go Ryan Lynn at number 10 here for the number 11 for the St. Louis Blues. Number 12, New Jersey Devils. I'm going to go Oscar Hemming for this one. I believe I may have picked Oscar Hemming before, but I'm just going to go with Hemming to the Devils. New York Islanders at 13. I do believe they're going to go because I remember the top 32 that I did with Mark from NHL Draft Bros, I did go Daxton Rudolph to the Islanders because I think he would fit well with Matthew Schaefer. But for this one, just for the sake of it, I'm going to go Ethan Belchitz at number 13 to the New York Islanders. Then you have Columbus at 14. These are, of course, Stephen Ellis's rankings, so he has Liam ranked very high. Let's actually switch this and go default. So number 14, I'm going to go Oliver Suvanto for the Columbus Blue Jackets at 14. And then next up, we have St. Louis's other pick. Obviously, we went defenseman earlier. I do think they're going to go forward in this one. And originally, I actually thought that maybe Washington would go with Nikita Klepov at 16. Obviously, Washington traded that pick to St. Louis. So I think maybe St. Louis ends up being the one that goes Nikita Klepov at 15. So I'm going to go with Nikita Klepov. And, of course, they have another pick. So I think, we went defenseman with that first pick. I do think they go 2 forwards here. And I just really like the idea of JP Hurlburt going to the Blues. So I'm going to go JP Hurlburt at 16 to the St. Louis Blues. LA with the 17th overall pick. This one, I'm going to go Xavier Villeneuve at 17 because he's still on the board. Washington at 18. Of course, they still had a first-round pick. They just gave up one of theirs. They just simply gave up 16th overall pick. So they're still picking at 18. I do believe that they're going to go Maddox Dagenet in this one at 18. Number 19, Utah. Let's go with a different ranking. Prospect on. I'm going to say, this one's actually a little tricky. I'm going to go Wyatt Cullen because he's the top name on the board. So I'm going to go Wyatt Cullen to Utah, which might be a little off board. Then you have Buffalo at 20. Of course, Buffalo moved up. I believe it was 7 spots. If I'm not mistaken. I think they did. Yeah, they moved up 7 spots, and then San Jose moved back 7 spots to 27 because they originally had 20. I'm going to go Malte Gustafsson to the Buffalo Sabres at 20, unless Buffalo, of course, trades the 20th overall pick. Not sure if they will, but I'm going to go Malte Gustafsson. Philadelphia at 21. I'm thinking Adam Novotny at 21. 22, Pittsburgh. I'm going to go Ilya Morozov just because he's, the consensus right there. So I'm going to go Morozov. Boston at 23. I'm going to go Alexander Command at 23. Then for the Canucks at 24th overall, I think I'm going to stick with Mathis Preston. I went with that last time. I'm going to stick with Mathis Preston. I think they really like Preston. And personally, I also really like Preston. So hopefully they go with Preston for that. Ottawa at 25. Of course, Ottawa moved up and got that 25th overall pick. There is still hopefully a chance that, I talked about, the Canucks might want to make a deal with Ottawa and trade Jake DeBrusk, maybe get that 25th overall pick, and maybe they go with, say the Ruck Twins or something. But I think Ottawa is in a good spot to get the Ruck Twins. So I'm going to go Liam Ruck at 25 to Ottawa. And again, that pains me as a Canucks fan. And then you got New York Rangers at 26. I think they go Tommy Blyle. So they stock up on defensemen. Or wait, did I go defenseman at 5? No, I went Keaton Veerhoff at 5. So I think they stock up on defensemen there by going Tommy Blyle. San Jose at 27. I'm not sure what they would do here because, they got their defenseman at 9. They got Ivar Stenberg at 2. I don't even know if San Jose would keep this pick. Maybe they would trade it. Who knows? But I do know they still need more on defense. But I'm just going to go Juho Piiparainen, 27 to San Jose. Montreal at 28. I'm going to go Alton Hermanson. St. Louis at 29. Again, I'm not sure if they're actually going to keep this pick or if they're going to trade it on draft day. Or who knows, maybe by the time you guys are watching this, more trades may have happened. But I'm just going to go with the consensus here and go William Hackinson. Calgary at 30. I'll go Adam Valentini. And then we got Carolina at 31. Again, Carolina might want to move this pick. I'm just going to go Igor Shilov. And then Ottawa at 32. I think for sure they go Marcus Ruck here. If I can find him. Where's Stephen Ellis? Mark. Wait. What the heck? Where's... Oh, there he is. Yeah, I think they go Marcus at 32. So I'm going to go with that. So here we go. Here's the mock draft. Gavin McKenna, first overall to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ivar Stenberg, second overall to the San Jose Sharks. Third overall, Canucks select Chase Reed. Fourth overall, Buffalo selects Caleb Mahalja. Again, that pains me. But hey, at least he's in the Eastern Conference and not in the same division. I would much rather Malholter go to Buffalo than, say, Calgary at 6. Sorry, Flames fans. But number 5, New York Rangers select Keaton Vierhoff. Number 6, Calgary selects Viggo Bjork with the 6th overall pick. Number 7, Seattle selects Carson Karls with the 7th overall pick. Number 8, Winnipeg selects Albert Smits. Number 9, San Jose selects Daxon Rudolph. Number 10, Nashville selects Tynan Lawrence. Number 11, St. Louis selects Ryan Lynn. Number 12, New Jersey selects Oscar Hemming. Number 13, Ethan Belchitz, selected by the New York Islanders. Number 14, the Columbus Blue Jackets select Oliver Savanto. Number 15, the St. Louis Blues select Nikita Klepov. Number 16, they select J.P. Hurlburt. Number 17, the Kings select Xavier Villeneuve. Number 18, the Washington Capitals select Maddox Dagenet. Number 19, the Utah Mammoths select Wyatt Cullen. Number 20, the Buffalo Sabres select Malte Gustafsson. Number 21, the Flyers select Adam Novotny. Number 22, the Penguins select Ilya Morozov. Number 23, the Boston Bruins select Alexander Kaman. Number 24, the Canucks select Mathis Preston. Number 25, the Ottawa Senators select Liam Ruck. Number 26, the New York Rangers select Tommy Blyle. Number 27, the San Jose Sharks select Juho Piporainen. Number 28, the Montreal Canadiens select Elton Hermanson. Number 29, the St. Louis Blues select William Hackinson. Number 30, the Flames select Adam Valentini. Number 31, the Hurricanes select Igor Shilov. And 32nd, the Ottawa Senators select Marcus Rock. So there you go. There is the top 32 2.0 after those mega trades that occurred yesterday. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this mock draft? And do you guys think there's a good chance that this happens when it comes to the Canucks? Do you still think that they're going to go Mathis Preston at 24th overall? Do you guys believe that they will also go Chase Reed at 3rd overall, and which will drop Caleb Malhotra to 4th overall to the Buffalo Sabres? Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, on your way out, you can like the video and subscribe to the Line Change for more Canucks and draft-related content. Keep in mind, we have our draft watch party coming up on Friday, starting at 3:45, or I should say 3:30, 3:45, and it's going to be a blast. Come join, come hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can also become a member of the Line Change by hitting that join button to get exclusive perks, members-only videos, behind the scenes, and early access to videos such as like the one you're watching. And now an important message from our friends over at DraftKings. It all came down to it, a best-of-6 battle that saw the Carolina Hurricanes emerge as the Stanley Cup champions. Now as we enter the offseason, DraftKings has you covered every step of the way. The DraftKings Sports app is now available in all 50 states and includes all markets. Sweat every shift of the series all in one place with one app. New DraftKings customers sign up with code THPN, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code THPN in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, that text pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.